to talk about something interesting.
The frontal lobe of the human brain controls what are known as executive functions, enabling activities like planning, organizing, strategizing, paying attention to, and remembering details. It also dampens signals from the amygdala to help control impulsive emotional reactions. It allows us to modify our emotions and behavior in accordance with social norms. The disproportionate power of the prefrontal cortex in the human brain, conceptualizing abstraction, organizing tasks, enforcing social structures, or making schemes, it's the only thing that sets us humans above the beasts. I have no shortage of schemes. I've worked in a bank, I've made and lost money on crypto and Wall Street, desperately clawing at data to suss out some pattern, as if to force some order onto my world. I've reasoned and logicked a life for myself. Such things are trivial for the wise wolf of Yoitz, of course. But intellect isn't equivalent to wisdom. Holo earns her title, I think, because she is far more honest than us humans. Holo, who claims many titles and skills, never once calls herself rational. Holo is ever, always, feral, capricious, vicious, and deadly because of it. She is a beast, and she never makes any claim otherwise. In this, Holo the Wise Wolf exposes our pride. While us hairless apes walk upright nowadays, while we bend our environments to our will as gods, we let ourselves nonetheless be tricked into empirical fantasies. We tell ourselves that we have dominion over our minds. The sad contradiction at the heart of the human psychology is that, at the end of the day, the prefrontal cortex is not the ruler of the brain. Instead, our psychology is disappointingly regressive. Jonathan Haidt in The Righteous Mind explains that people make moral judgments quickly based on gut feelings and emotions, and then rationalize those judgments later through moral reasoning. No matter how logical and witty you think yourself, you are just like every other human to ever live, with an overly large reasoning center beholden to your baser animal instincts. You feel first, and then you use that big old brain of yours to give you a story to believe in as to why your emotions are valid. This, obviously, is quite a big lie, though one we must, obviously, tell ourselves. And the lampshading of it by Holo the Wise Wolf is something so core to our experience as humans that not a single person could possibly be unable to relate to Lawrence as he struggles to understand his partner and her bared, honest soul. I started a relationship with someone. One night, I had found that a wholly mysterious and unknown being entered my life. Not 4 months after ending a bleedingly honest video by resigning to the fact that I would most likely die alone, I found a partner. I can't even begin to describe to you all what this means for me. Even less so can I describe what it feels like, though I do think I finally empathize with the millions of far more eloquent writers who have tried. There's been an anhedonia that I've felt over the last few years, such that I'm not sure what even really happened. Somewhere along the way, I had stopped enjoying sports or singing in the shower. I think I've known for a while, but not quite cared enough to change. The logic I lived under didn't really need it. It would be overly saccharine and dishonest to say that all of that evaporated in an instant. The truth of the adult world is that there are no panaceas. No goddess will come grant absolution from my failures. I, fool that I am the only one accountable for my inequities. But yet, on the other side of the coin, it would be overly sullen to suggest that nothing changed. It's passing odd how the seat at the front of the cart is quite too large for just one, but solidly comfortable for two. And I will tell you from first-hand experience the value of some warm tail lying in bed next to you at the end of the day. And I speak with the passion of my bestial nature in that I am now driven. Driven to change and understand and provide. Actions that I would have never taken on my own are now somehow profoundly important. The very act of loving someone is inherently an act of expanding their world, your world, rearranging your values, creating a larger life for the two of you than the sum of your individual solitary experiences. To invoke a cliche, the journey is the real destination, and the appeal of Spice and Wolf is that 1 + 1 can equal 3. No amount of cleverness, no wisdom cures loneliness. Romance always supersedes logic. If you'd like to hear it straight from the work itself, quote, love affairs trumped proper business deals. The genius of Holo the Wise Wolf is the genius of anime's most complex tale of spices and economics, wheat and tariffs. It's so utterly funny and so annoyingly simple. The solution to all of Lawrence's troubles, again and again, is simply him moving towards knowing and relying on his lover and partner. Amidst her vanity and pride, the solution to all of Holo's creeping loneliness and fear and loss is the same. As for my partner and me, maybe there's no happily ever hot springs at the end of our tale. Maybe we'll end up poverty-stricken and destitute on the sad end of a scheme that broke bad. But hey, at least I won't be alone. And at least I got to use the first person plural. I started a journey with someone.